We here on Keeping It A Buck 50, episode 18. Feel me? Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Feel me? How you feeling today? What's your name?
My name's Trenasia. I feel great. I'm in a
Or
good mood.
your
I'm in a great mood.
Great mood.
Yeah.
That's dope. Today's conversation I want to chop it up with you about is like one of the first conversations is like being raised off love and survival. What's your thoughts on that? What would you say you was raised off?
I don't know. I would say both. I feel like I didn't have everything. I didn't have, everything, but I was loved. It was by everybody though. Teachers, my counselors. I had a big sister in the big sister big brother program. Doctors. I mean my family too, don't get me wrong, my family, but a lot of it was school and counselors and Avenue D Rec Center, my supervisor. So I would say I was raised on love, but I also had to be
A survivor.
survivor. Yeah.
So like what age like you could go back and recall that you remember life though?
You said what age I
Like
was?
what age you could remember life? Like you could remember like being loved and shit. Like when
I
people
mean, I can remember when I was like, I want to say I was maybe like 3. My grandma took me and my uncle Bishop to Texas with her for a couple years, and my mom like she wanted to take me, but my grandma put her foot down like she's staying here, and I remember that just being like such a loving time. Like we was in Texas, me, my grandma, my uncle, and just I got up every morning. My hair was always brushed in the morning. My grandma was so extra. So I feel like in that period of time, like I was definitely super loved, like super kept, super. I don't know how to explain it, but my grandma, like her love was different than my mom love. So it was just like a grandma love, and that's where I remember being so kept from my grandma.
yeah,
Yeah,
that grandma
came back.
love definitely be hitting different. So yeah, like as a little girl, like you could just always remember like your family and them just always like calling you cute and smart. Like was they helping you build your confidence as
I mean, my grandma, yeah, for the most part. My mom and my dad, they was in and out of jail a lot, so I was house to house a lot. I stayed with my dad's sister, my aunt Tasha, for a long time, and we didn't have much with my aunt Tasha, but like I was loved there for sure. She always kept us together. Like that's my family. My dad's side is my family. Like we always together. We laugh, drinks, anything. We just come together. It could be a regular night, Tuesday night. We meet at my aunt's house. Like that's
What's
a
up?
family gathering. But my mom's side was a little different. I feel like they be in competition with each other. So I don't know. I always did have somebody to kind of look up to. Like I had my cousin Shamar, because at the time I grew up after her. So it was always kind of do what she doing type of movement. Like go to college, go to school, be yourself. So I'm not gonna say they didn't not build my confidence, but it was more so like it was such a competition. They wanted it to be like everybody got to do this because such and such doing that. So
yeah, no room to really be yourself and do what you wanted to do.
yeah,
Like.
I had to cheer for everybody that Bishop played for. So we cheered for the Rams because Bishop played for the Rams. When Bishop went and played for 10th Ward, I had to go cheer for 10th Ward. I didn't want to do that.
Long live Bishop, though.
Yeah.
That was my boy. That's
So
a real.
everything he did, I had to do. So I didn't really have room to really do what I wanted to do, and it wasn't cheerleading, not one bit. But
So you ain't really never liked cheerleading.
no, but I grew to love it. But I didn't have no choice. I had to do it. It was already paid for.
I'm stereotyping right now, but I feel like in the black community, mothers have a problem with calling their daughters bitches and shit. Did you ever go through that? Did you like your mom was calling you bitches to the point where sometimes it fucked with your confidence, or did you understand their like sense of humor timing?
I don't think growing up again. My mom was in jail a lot. So I was house to house, but like my caretakers at the time, my grandma never came out her mouth and called me a bitch. My aunt Tasha never called us bitches, and I don't really recall my mom ever calling me a bitch unless, like now me and my mom, we joke a lot now that I'm grown. Like we joke a lot, so maybe it'll slip here and there, but I don't ever remember my mom really saying like, little bitch or bitch. Like
That's dope.
I
That's
would have,
fine.
I probably my mouth smart. I would have said something like, "Don't call me no bitch." Like I wouldn't. I don't play that. I wouldn't do that. Never.
I see you say like your parents both was in jail a lot, but like was your father around times he wasn't in jail?
Yeah, so I mean, I knew my dad. I like my earliest memory of my dad. He took me to the B2K concert or something. We got a picture. He had got me like an airbrush shirt and some shoes, and I just put my dad on a pedestal. Like, right now we beefing, but like I always put my dad on the pedestal because even though he was in jail, his family held me down. So I just felt like in that sense, my dad was around. I knew my dad. It's not like I didn't know him. And then when he was out, he always made it to me. Like, it don't matter what it is, he made it to me. Even if it's little things like just pop up, come see me, go out to eat a little bit. But like my dad always made sure he got to me. Phone calls. He made girls bring me to the jail. He got to me. So either way. And my mom took me to see him too. It was never a bitter moment. So my mom would take me and my brother, his son, to go see him. So I always knew my dad. So
Yeah, so it's like you can recall your dad filling you with love and confidence. Like,
oh yeah, my dad bigged me up. Like my dad, that's the one who would like. My mom do it too now, but my dad be like, my daughter the shit. He be like, look at my daughter, she's so fly. My dad definitely boosts my confidence. Like even if he playing like a joking way, or he'll see me now, he be like, look at you. Like he definitely boosts my confidence. You can't tell me shit because my dad already told me I'm a shit.
That's honestly fire though. A lot of black queens don't like. They don't have that type of love from their father. These niggas be doing bad. So.
Real bad.
Do you have siblings? Like, how many siblings you have?
My dad he just had a baby. So he just had a newborn. So I think I got 4 brothers from my dad. And then my mom has a daughter and a son. So altogether, I got 6 siblings. But I'm the oldest on both sides.
So, So you like, I feel like you was embracing but all your siblings with love then if you the oldest. Or you be on some of their ass showing them tough love and shit.
My mom's son, I have to because I want him to just get it together because our mom not going to be here forever and I can't just carry you when you're not doing right. But I mean, he cool. He not in the streets or nothing. He drawing anime type of dude. He real low key, like he just do him. So I don't really be on his back. My other siblings, because my dad was in jail, I had to kind of go see them on my own. My first little brother, I used to always go see him all the time. I have a brother in foster care who I met maybe 8 years ago. I don't really see him too much, but when I was able to see him, I would go see him. We talk on Instagram, but I didn't grow up with him, but I do try to keep in contact. And then the last 2, I haven't met the baby yet, but I do try to keep in contact with them because those are my siblings. And then my sister, I be in her back. Just because she a girl. And I feel like girls be needing a little bit extra because she the baby. So she different. She gets smart with my mom a little bit, and she got a little more leeway. Like, my mom got a little more money now, so it's just like she real spoiled. And I be having to tell her, like, don't play with my mom.
Nah, that's... the baby, the youngest siblings, they get to act crazy, though.
Her mouth is crazy, but she also like she a real laid back girl too. She not grown or anything like that. She real cool, but her mouth and or being lazy, and it's just like I ain't get to do that. Or if my mom be like, come downstairs, she be like, I'm eating. My mom be like, okay. I never had that treatment. Like she don't care if I was eating, peeing in the middle of bleeding to death. It was get downstairs. So I'd be a little jealous of that, but. I mean,
well, how old were you when you got your first job and shit? Like?
As soon as I got my work permit, I started working. I think I was 14, 15. I was working at the rec center. I started working I'm lying. I worked at a refugee camp.
With people from like different countries.
Yeah.
And shit?
So we was there. We was teaching English, serving snacks, cleaning up, taking them outside to play. The kids, while the moms was learning how to write and fill out job applications and stuff.
No, that's dope. That seemed like a fire experience.
Yeah, it was a cool job. It was through summer opportunities, but it was like a cool job. We actually got to pick that one, so that was cool.
Yeah. So, like, as you could recall, though, like, your family just always loved Trenasia. Trenasia was just always love. Or you got, like, op cousins. You ever fought any of your cousins or some shit?
Yeah. I ain't never really fight my cousin. Like, we maybe get into a little bit. Like, me and my cousin Bones got into a couple times. But we was just in one space, so we was always doing something bad. or we'll just get into it because our attitudes just alike. But I never like really had no like federal beef with my family because I'm not gonna get into that with my family because I feel like if it's outsiders and we beefing, oh, my family over you, even if we was beefing. But I don't think I ever got into it. I don't think I was ever like, oh, Trenasia this, Trenasia that, though. Sometimes I did get bashed, like, oh, she too grown. Or one time I had a hickey on my neck. Oh, my God. I didn't live that down for, like, 6 months. And they kept talking about it, and I was just like, girl, it is what it is. Like, it happened. But, I mean, they always say, like, I do speak my mind, but I'm going to always be like that because I was allowed to do that. So it's just like I can't be quiet, especially if I don't like something. I'm going to say it.
What schools you went to?
I went to, when I came back from Texas, I went to 28, 41, 50, Wilson commencement. No, not commencement. The small one, Little Wilson. Got kicked out of Little Wilson, and I went to 58 school and graduated.
So when you came, how old you was when you came back to Rochester?
I had to be like 6, no, like 5, 6. Yeah, 5, 6 around there.
So when you start like, cause you still was a baby then, like when you started picking your friends, are you still cool with any of the people that you was friends with, like from elementary or even as a young teenager and shit?
Yeah, actually, I went to kindergarten with Devin. I went to kindergarten with Devin. I mean, we still cool to this day. We not buddy, but we cool. I feel like all my friends was like white or Asian. I'm still cool with them though, but we not like buddy. But my friends from high school, I still have friends from high school. I don't remember not being friends with too many people. So yeah, a lot of people that I was friends with, we cool. We just not tight knit. But I mean, no beef or nothing. I don't think I ever really beefed with any of my friends. Like bad. I don't think.
So what age you was when you started like coming outside and shit like?
I started sneaking out the house at like 15 because my mom wouldn't let us do nothing. She wouldn't let us go outside. She wouldn't let us go to the park. Like, my mom was just so scary. Like, we had to play in front of the house. That got boring. So I didn't really start sneaking out. And then when I was younger, I used to fight all the boys on the street. So my mom started keeping me in the house even more. So that just got real bad. So at 15, I started sneaking out with my friends, but then she started letting me go to parties. And then when she stopped letting me go to parties, I sneak out even more. So, I mean, I was going to get outside. I wasn't going to stay in the house.
So from like age 15 to however you old is right now, how would you say like your mental is? Like, cause you know how you pure when you young. Mm-hmm. You feel like mentally you still pure? Or like you went through a lot of things that fucks with you mentally that took a toll on you?
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I got sexually assaulted. I feel like that took a toll on me a lot with like being touched, or I don't like people hugging me or sneaking up on me. I'm not really a touchy person. I be trying to be, but I feel like now that I'm trying to get over it. Now that I got a baby, I'm be trying to be more embracive. I had a lot of deaths alone this year. I feel like that fucks with me a lot, but sometimes I just be looking at my baby like, if I be sad, he gonna feel it. He gonna be sad. It's gonna be a sad ass house. I can't afford that. So I tried a therapist. That didn't work out. I don't want nobody to keep asking me repetitive questions. If I'm explaining to you what's wrong, I kind of just want you to either tell me I'm going to be okay or give me a solution that's going to help me get over it. I feel like I did get over the sexual assault. My grandma did ask me before she passed away, and I mean, like, she asked me face to face, like, tell me, did something happen? And I still lied to her because I didn't want her to feel guilty, like she didn't protect me. So I feel like if I would have told her, I would have healed a little more. But I just didn't want my grandma to feel like, I let somebody mess with you and I didn't protect you. So I feel like that still be weighing on me sometimes because now I feel like now that she's gone, she know, and I should have told her instead of lying. But, I mean, I think I'm getting over it now.
Yeah, I don't know, like, what makes you not want to get over it? Because the craziest shit is, like, I want to bring somebody on my show to talk about some shit like that. And it's
Yeah.
like you brought that shit up. I
I feel
have a
like I'm not gonna say I don't want to get over it. I just don't want to. I don't want to cover it up. I don't want to just like put a band-aid on it and say, it don't hurt no more. Like, just still think about that. Like, maybe like couples, maybe couples like to wake up to sex or, wake you out to sleep to sex. That's something that is not comfortable for me. Don't do that. It's something that triggers me. So I don't want to just, put a band-aid on it and be like, I'm okay. Like, it didn't happen. I want to kind of work through it and get more comfortable with myself and being touched and, hugging and in that situation. I don't want to just tell myself you have to be okay because I don't. Like,
yeah.
I
From
just
my
have to deal with it.
perception, I don't feel like when it happened to you, I don't feel like it was about you. It's like it's mad weird ass niggas in this world, and I was talking to somebody, and that's like I feel like we was saying like somebody told me like he feel like 80% of females have been sexually assaulted and shit, and it's like you would just that shit would run through your mind like damn, because I got 6 sisters, feel me? So it just be like damn, but it's like you will never know how to come off to somebody or nobody will open up to you because that shit is like a deep scar to people that a lot of people can't get over. It's like my advice in that situation, just like try to embrace it and let it go and protect yourself. And anybody that you really take it serious, just let them know. But it's like it's nothing we could do about the past, feel me?
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like
I'm not
every
gonna
time
dwindle.
you
I'm not gonna dwindle on it, but I'm
yeah
not gonna not work through it either. I'm not
yeah
gonna just be like, I can't say, oh, it didn't happen, or I'm not gonna work through it. It's just like it's a process. Like it happened years and years ago. It didn't happen in college too. There's a lot of rape culture in college, like a lot, and they get covered up when you like athletes. So I feel like through those situations, it was like, damn, like I let it happen again. So you got your flight, you freezer flight, and I always thought I'd be the one, like get a nigga off me, and I'm not. It's like in that situation, it's really not much you could do but freeze because it's just like, damn, like, wow,
do
you're
you
really
f-
weird. Like,
do
you
you
would really do that.
do you feel like as you was older you was like intoxicated, sons?
I was in college. I was drunk. I went to a party with one of my friends that I met there. She was from Kansas. She was more drunk than me, so I was kind of trying to help her out. And I just remember I was in a room and one of the football players came in and he just seen me sitting on the bed. I was just on my phone scrolling and he just was real aggressive and I'm just like, whoa, like that's not gonna happen. And I wasn't actually like, raped in that moment in that situation, but like he sexually assaulted me and I was just
You was
like,
just more so like fear this is strong man.
yeah, cause he like got real aggressive with me. Like he tried, but I started screaming like at the top of my lungs, and his roommate came in like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He like, "Oh, this bitch drunk. Get her out of my room." I'm like, "Oh, like you a liar and you crazy." But the next day, I did report it. Nothing happened with the campus police, but I was in the ROTC program there, and one of my sergeants actually kind of handled the situation for me because the campus police did nothing. And I was just like, if they're not gonna do anything, like why even take it to anybody else? But something is just like, nah, you got to take it to somebody else because it was really bothering me to the point where I wanted to leave that week in school, and I couldn't do that. So when I took it to him and he handled it, it made me feel better about it. And I did have to see that person on campus all the time, but it was like, you got handled, so I can kind of move on with it and just not put myself in those predicaments anymore, basically.
With the other situation, like that shit clearly kind of like fucked up like all the love that you was like being loved and embraced with.
Yeah, I
That shit.
definitely like closed up. I like wet the bed a lot after that, like a lot, like, and I would get yelled at about it, but it was just like having nightmares and constantly dreaming about that. And it wasn't like I know how to go to the bathroom, but my doctor was trying to tell my grandma like she's not gonna just start wetting the bed, out of nowhere. You have to kind of open her up because it's something else that's happening. So when she told my grandma that, I was like, gave her the face like, you can't tell her that. And my grandma was asking me at that age. I was um I was 8 or 9, and no, I was 7, 8, 7 and 8. It happened a couple times. And yeah, I was just, my doctor said that, and I was just like, oh, like, you can't tell her that. And I wish that I would have told her, because I feel like that was also a trauma of me, like wet in the bed and having to hear that bashing because you peed in the bed, blah blah blah. But those dreams kind of never stopped until you say something about it or do something about it. And then when I did confide in somebody, I stopped, basically.
Yeah. So. Do you feel like black females, like even like black families, like do you feel like we need to talk about that shit more? Because it's like I have 6 sisters, so it's like I could be in the house with one of my sisters and they probably got raped before or some shit, feel me? And the motherfucker won't know, and they could just, like, you would never know. And I feel like families need to be comfortable that somebody can even come out and just say that, because, like, black culture, people, like, down people when they speak on things that bring them, like, shit that really bother you. Like, if I was to, like, really tell you about something that
they need to stop that what happened in my house, stay in my house rule.
Yeah,
I think that's what a lot of people are used to being raised on. What happens in my house don't go outside this house. But if I can't come to you in your house or what's happening, then I'm going to keep it inside. And I didn't grow up in that type of culture. If they said that, I knew it was more so like if the lights was off or something like that. But even then, you should be able to go tell somebody that, because that's not a good environment to be raised in. So I feel like families need to stop saying that to their kids.
That's how I was, like, that's a saying I was raised off. Like, yeah, funny, because, like,
can't say that,
what happens in the household stays
because
in the household.
What if your uncle came over, he constantly comes over. He come over every Tuesday, and your mom go out and do whatever, and he touching all your sisters every Tuesday. But what happened in this house stay in this house. So if I can't tell you what happened in your house, then I'm going to have to keep getting in touch every Tuesday. And I'm not going to say black families, I'm going to say all families, because I feel like it happens everywhere, and it happens a lot in other cultures real bad. But in black families, we're so used to what happened in my house, stay in my house. You can't tell nobody. So that's why when we go to school and we're telling the, counselors, and they call it CPS, it's not, for a kid to be, evil to their parents. It's just like, I need an outlet because I can't tell you anything. And then, I feel like that's where that saying come from, because CPS get involved and stuff like that. But if I'm in a unsafe environment and I don't feel like I am, safe and able to do what I need to do, then I'm gonna go tell somebody.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
So, how was you taught to deal with your emotions? Did anybody teach you how to deal with your emotions, or you learned on your own how to deal with them?
I feel like I'm still learning. I'm one of those people who shut down. Like, I don't like being yelled at, or I feel like if somebody tone off, I instantly shut down. Like, I don't want to talk no more. Instant attitude. And I'm working on that still.
Like, you're not like, because it's easy. Like, I feel like most females like that, because you about talk mad shit and be snapping on people, and then if somebody's tweak back with you.
But I can take it. But sometimes, like, if I'm trying to get my emotions out, or you talking over me and stuff like that, then I'm going to instantly shut down. Like, fuck the conversation. I don't want to talk no more. And I'm not going to say it just in, like, talking shit faces, but, like, with my parents, I've just become more confident to openly say to them recently, like, I don't feel like y'all parenting enough. Like, I don't feel like at the age of 25, I'm still your child. So I feel like y'all still need to check in with me, check my mental. Ask me how my day went. I don't need no money. I don't need nothing. I might need a babysitter. But, like, I don't need much from you but to still be my parent. And I feel like those emotions are hard to deal with a lot. But I talk to my cousins a lot. I talk to my friends a lot. And I feel like they've helped me talk about my emotions more. I've had people in programs. I had my supervisor at Terrence at Avenue D. He helped me a lot. I even went to him. He was one of the first people I told I was pregnant. And I was like, I don't know what I do. Like, I don't know what to do. And he literally closed the office door, and he sat down. He looked me in my eyes. He was like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, I just started boohoo crying. I'm like, shit, I don't know. I don't know how to talk about stuff like that. But he sat there for maybe an hour and talked me through it and helped me make my decision on keeping my son. So I feel like a lot of people have helped me, and I'm still working on it because as a kid, I was taught that my emotions either was too much or too little. Like, you know, like one of my aunts asked me one time, like, why I wasn't crying when somebody died. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, am I supposed to be crying? Do I have to cry because they died?
There's no rule book on grieving.
You know, and at the time, it wasn't that I wasn't sad. I just feel like sometimes when my mom is in that situation, or because my mom is like really emotional now that she's older, because we grew up together. So I feel like when I see my mom going through those emotions, my emotions shut down. I don't get to feel until I know my mom is okay. And I know lately she hasn't been okay for a while. So I feel the emotions, but my focus be on her so much that I don't get to express them. So I feel like the oldest girl, and I'm going to say girl, but oldest kids, period. But girls, we always have to take on that role as the mom.
Yeah.
And I hate it. But, like, sometimes I have to be my mom's mom. Like, she don't got no parents anymore, so
each one teach one is balance.
I'm trying to help her with her emotions still while trying to deal with my emotions. Now, I don't got no damn emotions, but, I mean, it's a balance thing. I'm working on it. I'm working on it hard every day, journaling. I recently started a New Year's Day. I stayed in the house with my son and my dog, and I got a notebook, and I wrote down 300 things that I want from God this year. And I think I'm on, 110 now. I want to be done by the end of January. And for the whole year, those are things I want to work on. And it's not like things like, some of them aren't tangible. I can't touch them. Like, I want to be able to cry when I need to. I want to be able to release and not feel like a bad mom. I want to get away in the bathroom for an hour, take a shower by myself, and not feel like a bad mom. Like, those are things that I want emotionally from God, basically. Like, I need somebody to, I'm not going to say just from God, but, you know, that's the faith I'm trying to get into. Like, that's some things I'm trying to teach myself, that it's okay to have those emotions, like, and not harbor them and feel bad about myself.
Yeah, because you suppressing your feelings, that shit really only fucking with you. I wanted to give a shout out to Terrence too, because you need more men like that in the community, feel me?
I love Terrence so much.
That was dope. Well, like, as a mother, what's some things that you do to, like, keep your mental level headed? Like,
honestly, I think, like, just playing with my baby is something that helps me. Like, if I have a bad day at work, or if I get into an argument with somebody, if I argue with my mom and she got me tight, like, she'll piss me off, my baby would come in my room in his little voice and he'd be like, what are you doing? And it's just like an instant, does that really matter? Like, you know, in that moment, does those emotions really matter? Does it outweigh this moment right here? So I feel like that helped me a lot. I take my son out all the time. Like, we can go bowling. We go, sometimes I let him go outside in his rain boots. I hate it, but I let him go outside in his rain boots, stump around, get muddy. I let him run around with my dog. Just simple stuff just to release. I put my phone down. I started recently watching podcasts on my computer versus on my phone. Like, I just, little things like that. I started reading again. Anything to just kind of shut the world out just for a little bit, because I feel like when you, in that moment, you don't have a break. Your mind is always erasing and on go. So recently I just started doing things for myself, and as a mom, that's hard because it's always my child. But, like, this year is me. Like,
you gotta get you right, because you really, like, you only can help people so much when you not ready. So, like,
right,
you gotta work on you. I got a question for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just say, how old your son is?
He's 4.
4. So, right, 18 and 16 years, right? What if your son just on some shit like he want to just distance himself from you, just go live his own life? You gonna like accept that?
I would allow that. I'm not gonna be one of those helicopter moms. I'm not gonna tell him you need to do that. You need to do that. I started him a IRA account with Delise, and I feel like that money I'm just gonna give to him. I didn't want to start a college fund, because what if he don't want to go to college? Like, I'm not gonna force him to do anything, because I know too many successful people who didn't go to college. I know too many people who got it and didn't do this and that. So I mean, whatever he want to do, I'm gonna support. I'm not gonna make him do anything that he does not want to. I feel like a lot of the boys are, they're forced to do so much stuff that they don't want to do, that they become resentful to their parents or to their mom or to women in general. So I'm not gonna do that to him. My son is very much a free spirit. He does whatever he wants in the house. He don't get yelled at for doing stuff. He jump off my couches all day. Him and the dog fight, tussle. He done broke blinds. Little stuff that I could replace that I'm not gonna make him do. When he want to eat, if he want to eat a honey bun, it's on the floor. It's it's right there. Like all his snacks and stuff are on the floor at his level. He don't have to ask for food. He don't have to do any of that because I want him to feel like, this is your home, this is your comfort. You need to be comfortable here. Like,
that's dope.
So I don't make him do anything he don't want to do.
Most people, like, as kids, like, soon as you learn how to comprehend, they on your ass. Like, stop, whooping you, blacking. So you letting your son embrace what he want to do, that's fire. Like, letting them go outside in rain boots and shit, that's fire. Cause
I just learned how to do that. I don't like dirty kids, but I just let him.
He probably really like love rain, as
he
a
really
kid.
Do.
It's like that's dope. So him getting to get sturdy with the rain boots, that mean a lot to him.
Yeah, my mom, she let him do whatever at her house too, but he's really he's a kid who like he knows what he want to do and when he want to do it. And he's really cool. Like I have a really cool kid. He's so like mild mannered. He not really a hype kid. He like to sing. He like to dance. He know how to work the TV. So the things that he watch, some of the kids don't want to watch. He likes singing stuff, and he liked the movie Frozen a lot. And he likes Anna and Elsa. And a lot of people ask me like, why you let him watch that? I'm like, cause he want to. He's only 4. That don't.
Yeah, movies be having ill fucking whatever shit called.
Soundtracks. Like he really is a singer. Like jumping around. I let him tap dance. A lot of people kind of question me like, why you let your baby tap dance? Cause he want to. He watched the dance show, and I promise you, my baby was flipping around and tapping his feet. Instantly that night, I got online. I'm like, let me find my baby a dance class, And he was like the only black kid, and he was the only boy, and he stole the show. And nothing about it was girly or feminine. Everything about it was a kid. He had so much fun, and he talked about it all the time. He had his little trophy. He picked it up all the time and be like, Mom, look what I got. So I just let him do him because I want him to be so comfortable. I want him to look back and be like, damn, my mom let me grow up how I wanted to grow up. So he just gonna have it bad with me. He
gonna be on Dancing with the Stars and shit. He's snapping with the tap dance. That's next level. What age did you find out like you wasn't raised like everybody? Like it was really like the poverty kids, like that, like the trench babies.
I mean, I found out I wasn't raised like everybody young because I had the buzzer holes in my clothes. So I knew I wasn't raised like other kids. Like I had them dumb big ass holes. I had to put a jacket over it. And like other kids would pack lunches. I kind of figured it out like, damn, like is that regular? Like in preschool, I'm packing my baby lunch. Is that regular? But like to me it is because that's how I want to parent. I want to leave little notes in my baby lunchbox. I want him to go to school, even if he don't eat the shit. I don't care. As long as he know it's there for him. Like, that's how I figured I wasn't raised like everybody else. I was watching my friends open their lunchboxes. Their mom made homemade ranch. And I'm like, damn. It was like, is my grandma supposed to be doing that? Like, what the hell is going on? But nevertheless, I didn't feel like left out. It was just more so like, damn, is that the norm? Like, all my friends got to go on all the trips. I didn't used to get to go on all the trips because we didn't have it, all the field trips. I'm like, damn, like, is we broke for real? Like, what's going on? Where the $14 for this Frontier Red Wings game? Like, damn, I want to go too.
Funny shit just seemed like back in the day, that field trip money seemed like a lot. And when you just look back, it's like, damn,
$15.
I couldn't get $15.
Damn, like, I'm not worth 15. Like, that used to really stress me out. Like, damn, I can't go on the field trip. I'm going to be the only one left back at the school. Those was some hard times that I'm just never going to allow my son to go through because it might seem small, but, like, when you grow up, it's not small at all. At all. Like, damn, I wanted to go to the games too.
Nah, for real. So, what age did you feel like you had to start surviving, like fending for yourself? Like you like, nah, I gotta get my hands dirty.
As soon as I got that work permit, I was like, my mom used to call me a Jamaican because I was like, I would work. Like, I started babysitting for money. I started doing everything. Like, anytime I could make money, I was making money. I just wanted my own. I didn't want to keep asking for stuff. And, you know, parents, they can get you the essentials, you know, stuff you need. I don't want them shoes. I want these ones. I want Jordans. I don't want Nikes. I want Jordans. I want the J's. And so I'm like, damn, I got to get on this. So once I started working and I started being able, you know, get the hairstyles I wanted and the shoes I wanted, the clothes I wanted, I'm like, oh, nah. So I, like, in high school, I was working 2 jobs and going to school, but I was smart. So it didn't take away from anything. I didn't fail nothing. I wasn't falling back. So my mom was letting it slide. Like, if you could do it, it could work. I was playing sports too. So I just was always busy. And I never wanted to be home because I couldn't go nowhere. But if I'm at work or at a school program, what can you really say? Because I'm somewhere that you can't tell me I can't be, basically. So that's what I started doing.
You had to start out thinking people.
Yeah, because, like, if you're going to let me go outside, I'm going to get outside some way.
See, now that was dope. So what made you start getting into, like, dog grooming?
So, like, a couple years ago, my mom got this dog. I went to go see a car, and we seen a dog across the street, and the dog was, like, she was pretty, don't get me wrong, but she was just so trained. Like, she was walking with her owner, and they told her to sit, and she was still a baby. I'm like, damn, like, this is a good dog. And my mom was staring at her, and my mom's got a number. The next day, I FaceTime my mom. She like, I gotta go get that dog. I'm like, you about to get it? I need a car. You gonna get a dog? She like, I gotta get the dog. She went and got the dog, you know, loved on the dog to death, blah, blah, blah. One day, I had to take her to Petco to get her nails clipped, and they told me that she bit him or she was aggressive. I'm like, Mimi? Like, my dog? This dog is a fucking punk. I'm like, she bit you for real? So she's like, yeah, we can't do it. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I went in the aisle, got the nail clippers. I did it right in the store, clipped her nails. I'm like, damn. And then the lady came and she was like, how do you know how to do that? I was like, shit, I'm just guessing. I could have cut her or anything, but I'm like, damn, I'm going to have to start doing it myself. So I started cutting her nails, and I started washing her up. But was washing dogs because we always had dogs. But I'm like, damn, they really don't, you know, fuck with pets or nothing. So I started doing, like, my neighbor's dogs and dogs that people couldn't get to Petco. I'm like, shit, I could probably make some money off of this. And I wanted to do extra stuff with my kids, so I'm like, let me try. I tried one dog. The dog bit me up. Bit the shit out of me. That day, I called my mom. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. Like, it's over. Like, I'm not doing that. I don't got time for that. Went back. The next day, somebody else inboxed me, like, can you do my dog? I did they dog. Took me hours, maybe 4 hours. I'm like, damn, I'm taking mad long. Maybe it's not the feel for me. So I stopped doing it for a week. And then that same person, that dog bit me, they hit me again. I'm like, damn. All right, maybe she liked it. And I fucked her dog up. But people kept, you know, hitting me and wanting my service. I'm like, okay, let me just try it out. And I was doing, like, going to people's house and not finishing because I had to do it overnight and going back the next day and finishing the dog. I'm like, I got to get it together. So I watched some videos, and I reached out to the groomer here, Dominique. I love her. And people thought we was going to be in competition because she groomed dogs too, but, like, she was giving me pointers and, you know, like, encouraging me. So I'm like, shit, let me just try it for real. And I just started watching videos, and I paid for a webinar, and I'm like, fuck it. And I just dove into it, and then I started coloring them. And I was like, damn, I like working by myself. Like, this is me. This is something I want to do. Like, I be in my basement. I got my Law and Order on my phone, my AirPod being, and I hear my baby upstairs watching TV. So I be so comfortable at home working. And I could maybe work maybe an hour and a half and be done. And in that hour and a half, I done made $75 versus me working for a week, what I could make in a day. I could do $7 in a day and make my paycheck.
So, like, you take any type of dogs?
Yeah. So I do all dogs.
You a dog whisperer?
People think that, but, like, I like dogs. I feel like I went to school for biology. I wanted to be a marine biologist or a veterinarian. I didn't know you had to do so much math. That wasn't for me. But I knew I liked animals. Like, I love all animals. I had a ferret growing up. I had so many animals. It's just, I like animals. So people was bringing me the pits. Them the babies. Like, them the best dogs that I do. They don't bite, nothing. Started doing cane corsos. I did a German Shepherd. Then I did a Husky. And I'm like, oh, shit. Then I started doing the poodles. I'm like, okay, maybe I could get into this. And it just kind of clicked for me. And I like it. And people care about their dogs. You would think so. But, like, black people really care about their dogs. They don't like dirty shit. So they always bringing them. So, I mean, I appreciate all my clients. But, like, my black clients, every week they hit me. Can you wash them? All the hood niggas. Yo, this week, can you get my dog in? Every week they hit me for a bath. And I'm just like, damn, like, it's really a lot of money in this. And so, shit, I dove into it because it was money. And
You don't got, like, no teammates, nothing. It's just straight Trenasia.
it's just me. Sometimes when my sister come help me, I pay her. So, wait for her to make money. Like, we buzz down, like, 15 dogs one day. She wash, I dry and cut. And I paid her like $300 that day, and she was like, "Damn, like
that's pain. That's fire.
yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, like it's really money into it." Like, and I be needing help. The more clients I could do, like, you come help me, but it would just be me, and I just be in my zone, just grooming. I don't answer the phone. I hate when people FaceTime me because I be watching Law and Order while I'm cutting, and the dogs they just be sitting there. So, shit, that's how I like to work.
You don't do cats or nothing?
People keep asking me about cats. I just got the stuff in for the cats, but I'm trying to work my way up to it.
Yeah, they scratchy. They be getting
They scratch.
scratchy.
I'm just scared to get scratched up because I'm gonna be pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be pissed. But I want to do like rabbits and ferrets, but some people don't bring those type of animals. So I'm just waiting. I got the stuff for it, but I want to get more into that because I know other people, like, I know they rabbits and stuff stink. I know they do, so I'm just waiting.
Guinea pigs and all that. Or you don't fuck with guinea pigs?
I'm a little scared of guinea pigs. I just got to hold one. I think if I just hold it for just like 5 minutes, then I'm going to be over it. Because I got a bearded dragon, but I'm scared to pick him up. He moved too fast. I don't want to drop it and it get lost on my wall.
What made you get that, like, for your son, or that was one of your personal animal gifts?
He just, he just there. I don't know. He's just there, and I like feeding him the little crickets or the mealworms. But other than that, I want to pick him up so bad, but I'm terrified. So I'm trying to work my way up to this by the end of this month, I said, because I want to clip his nails. So, yeah, you'll see. If I pick it up, I'm going to record it. But he cool. He don't do much.
There's so many ways to, like, get money. And it's
legal ways.
Yeah, legal ways to get money. And you snapping because it's like your service there, feel me? And it's like you got clientele. Like, it's different from clients and clientele. Like, people really want you. They want that Trenasia touch on their J doggies.
They do.
So it's like, I hope that this be a good year for you with that shit, though.
I'm hoping, too, because it's paid for trips. It paid for a lot of stuff. Like, you wouldn't believe it. Sometimes I be forgetting about money that, people send deposits. I get tipped good. I got my nurse clients, my favorite ones. They be tipping me like $60. I be like, this is something I could really get into. But sometimes it don't be as consistent as, a job. So I feel like the more I build my clientele, the more I will work into really just stop working in.
Yeah, you don't feel like I could see you opening up a dog store front, washing dogs. That'd be fire, because it's like...
It would, but that's just not something I want to do.
You would, that could be one of your revenue avenues.
Yeah, but it's so much into that, like, that you have to do. I'm so comfortable where I already pay my rent. I can just do it in my basement. Why got to pay 2 rents?
What I'm saying,
the
comfort zone is the killer to your dreams.
It is. Maybe I'll work my way up to that in like a year or 2. Right now, just come to my basement.
Now, I appreciate you for coming on my show. This was a dope episode. I really like this. I can't wait to watch this on YouTube myself.
Yeah, I was ready for you to get smart. I was just telling somebody, like, he just be wilding on Facebook. I was like, but you know what? He is himself, so you can't even be mad, because some people just be saying stuff to fit in. I said, but
people be people that know me in real life, like they hate me on the internet because it's like it's two different people.
Yeah, definitely
But
two
it's
different
like,
people. But
I like making people mad on the internet, so it's like I hop on that bitch and say some shit, and it's like people that really know me, they just, what
You
the
at it
fuck is you
again.
talking about? Like, why you being for Facebook? It's just
definitely being
like,
for Facebook. That you should definitely change your name to Mr. Facebook for sure.
Nah, I ain't the internet nigga like that though. You want to tell them to follow you on anything? No.
I mean, go follow me on Twitter. That's where I talk the most. I feel that's where I get.
Where
That's
could
my
they
outlet.
find some of your dog work at? If they wanted to see how sturdy you get with the J Doggies.
I made a Facebook, Sister and Paul, and I got an Instagram, Sister and Paul. I am gonna get more into TikToks, but it just be hard to record, you know, like what I'm doing. So if my sister come help me, I'm gonna get more into the TikToks and like coloring them and stuff. But for right now, I'm just on Instagram and Facebook. If you inbox my mom about me, she gonna give you my number. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it right now.
Nah, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on my show, man.
You're welcome.